How's it going?
Expectations going into opening weekend, rotation set. What are you sort of looking for? What are the cues that you're keeping an eye on?
Just those guys to get out there and be aggressive. Keep doing what they're doing in the fall, which is pounding the strike zone and really attacking hitters. I think with Thomas going the first day, I think he's going to have to calm some nerves out a little bit, and once he does that, I think he'll be his usual self. He's a strong-minded kid. He likes getting after hitters, so I'm excited to see what he looks like.
Willie called it a bold decision going with a true freshman on Friday night. Is that something you kind of share, and the confidence level in that?
Yeah, I mean, I think, maybe it's a little aggressive, having some other guys around, but he pitched really well in the fall, and we've been building for the last 3 years for this and for our future and for all the freshmen that are here, so they're going to have to get out there at some point. So, like I said before, there'll be some times, there'll be some moments where they'll struggle, but, this could really set us up in the future.
What about his attitude and his demeanor as a freshman kind of helped excel his kind of process? We know his stuff's great, but what about him as being a freshman with his demeanor? How did that show you the confidence that, okay, he can go Friday?
Well, I think it's his attitude and demeanor is the reason why he's going on Friday. I think, obviously he's got good stuff, but so do all the other guys. And I think he's not going to be scared. I'll tell you that. There may be some moments in there that he's a little too amped up, which is my fear, is guys get a little bit out of control being amped up. But as far as fearing the moment, Thomas is not going to be scared. He's ready to go, and he's going to be aggressive, and that's what we're going to, come out there with. So he's got a good attitude, good demeanor, and he's what most of the freshmen have been in the fall for us.
There was a lot of competition last year for those weekend spots, specifically the Sunday spot. Do you expect this to be a constant battle over the season, or are you hoping that maybe after the first 2 or 3 weeks we get 3 guys locked in?
I mean, you always hope that you kind of have a little bit of stability there, but this is my 20th year doing it, and I think only 3 or 4 years that we've gone Friday through Sunday the whole way through. Now, granted, we were really good those years. Won at Florida International, we were 5th in the country in pitching. So that'd be nice if we could have some stability there. But, there'll be some movements. Obviously, Tyler is really good, man. Tyler, the reason why he's going is because he proved that he's really good and he's back. So I could see, him making a push for some of the other positions. Right now, it's just better for him to go on Sunday because that's where we have him health-wise.
Is there a count that you have in mind for Tyler or the 3 guys in general for this weekend?
Yeah, we always have pitch counts for all of them. I'm not going to completely share with it because I don't want the other guys, to know what our count is and take some pitches based on it. But we always, I think one of the things that's not a question here in our 3 years here, we're going to protect the arms and we're going to make sure they're healthy. So we will have a pitch count on all of them, and I will tell you that Tyler's is going to be lower than the other twos, and I'm hoping he's upset at me and wants to go back out there again because that means he's done a good job. But we're going to make sure he does it. That's for sure.
How's the back end of the bullpen shaping up?
Cole's going to be our closer, Carlone, and he proved that he likes that role. He likes coming out there. A lot of veteran pieces before him and a lot of veteran pieces kind of protecting him. So Giblin, Teeding, Fitz, Omelet, all those guys are going to kind of set it up for him, and we're always going to have 1 or 2 guys behind him just in case he has a little bit of a freshman moment out there. But just like Burns, the only negative I would anticipate with him was just being a little too amped up. Cole's an Arizona kid. He's wanted to come here. He's going to be excited. He's going to have family in the stands. So a lot of our Arizona kids, we have 5 or 6 Arizona pitchers. We just had one throw live hitters right now that was pretty amped up just to throw live hitters as it gets to that weekend. So it's exciting because we got our hometown boys here ready to go.
Sam, in that vein, how helpful is it to have a catcher like Ryan Campos to calm down a Burns or something?
Absolutely. Him, Newman, and Cromwick. I think Cromwick doesn't get enough credit. He's been around the block a little bit, so when he's catching bullpens, he knows how to calm those guys down. I think that's going to be a big piece for them, is to have a little calming force. Because like anything else, they're talented, but they're young, so they're going to have those moments of just being excited, being amped up, ready to go, trying to do too much, So it's our responsibility to make sure they're staying within themselves, and we have some veteran guys behind them that we're really relying upon to make sure we could go to them right away.
So
You
like
mentioned the
Burns,
atmosphere about this weekend. Obviously, this is a park that you've seen it yourself is not always the most friendly for pitchers, especially as it gets warmer. You got a lot of young arms, a lot of guys that have not played a lot of college ball before. What have you told them about mental toughness and the importance of giving up a home run but then coming back and getting the next out?
That's a great point. This is not a pitcher-friendly ballpark, but it's our yard and we love it. And I think if you look at the numbers, we've actually been really successful here, especially last year. And part of it is because we got to be mentally tough. We know we're going to give up some homers here, and we know the ball carries here. And it's not so much the ball carrying; it's in the later months when it gets really hot and the infield is playing like a concrete that's balls get through a lot. But they just got to be tough about it. They've been told that this is our yard, we love it. This is our university, our program, and have pride in it. And we've used a couple of examples of teams coming in here, like Oregon State came in here last year with leading the pack in ERA, and I'm not in that dugout, so I can't really comment too much on it. But it didn't look like they wanted to come back and pitch it.
so
Obviously, you think that gives you a nice advantage on the mound?
I think it gives us an advantage as a team at Muni. I think that our guys like it here and they know it. And I always joke with them. I joked with you guys a little bit on the press conference. The wind's blowing out, and it's great. Let's do it. We're gonna get some runs behind us, and we just got to handle the moment. It's gonna happen. So I think they're prepared to handle that moment, and they know all about it. And we pitched through it in the fall, and they're ready. They're ready to go.
So like Burns, with Carlone, another true freshman that's taking a pretty significant role in terms of this team. What about his attitude as a ball player helped him set apart as well as his stuff for the closer role?
Cole's become a fan favorite in the clubhouse. He's got a really good attitude. He's funnier than he lets out. He's got some jokes there I can't really share with you guys. He's definitely a fan favorite in the clubhouse. He has a calmingness to him and very coachable. And I think all these kids have been very coachable. So that's the most excited I've been as far as going into a season. Again, I appreciate all the other guys and what they did and our transfers from last year. I still talk to them, like I said. But this group has a different feeling when it comes to the pride of wearing the maroon and gold. So there's going to be some tough moments. I get it, especially early with the amount of freshmen we have. But I really think that if they're able to stay the course, you'll see a strong finish.
Cool.
What about Meyer? You kind of had a front row seat for his kind of injury at the rehab process. Just for yourself, what are some of the emotions, some of the things you thought of when you got to break through the news that he's going to be the Sunday starter?
I was just excited for him. He's worked really hard, and even this fall has been a roller coaster ride. It was okay. He's going to be ready. He's not. He's going to be ready. Another setback, and I really didn't know what to expect. But the kid works really hard. So he's excited, and I think. It was between him and freshman Behrens, who's pitched really, really well for us. And I think the cool part about it is when we told Behrens, he was excited for Tyler. So I thought that was really cool. Behrens was like, hey, I'll do whatever. So even though he probably, deserves a starting spot, he's done really, really well for us. So I think all the guys are excited for him. I think they're going to rally around him. And I thought sometimes, hopefully we're in position to win a series or already have won a series. Sometimes you need that extra kick on Sunday to come out, early on, travel day, and I think with Tyler taking the mound, we'll definitely have that energy in the dugout to kind of get us going.
What were the indicators in recent weeks that Tyler was going to be ready to take on Sunday?
The way he bounced back. So I wasn't too worried about his first outing, going out there one inning, and then second outing, holding the velocity, holding the sharpness of his off-speed pitches. We went 3 innings last weekend, and he could have easily gone back out there. And actually, he asked to go back out there, and we kind of held it back. But the way he was bouncing back, I think it made me feel comfortable that he's ready to go and get us off to a good start.
And Behrens, the fact that he was in the running for a Sunday spot, does that make him sort of a lead candidate for the midweek? How does the picture look in terms of that?
Yeah, we're going to see who we use on the weekend and see what sets us up for the midweek. We have a tough midweek early. Obviously, with K-State coming in here, they can swing it. I feel like every team we're facing can swing it a little bit. But they're going to be tough, but we're going to use Adam. I mean, he's one of our top 10 arms coming into the, leaving the fall and into the spring. So we're going to use him in the weekend for sure. So we'll see how many we use. We use him, we use Jacobs, how many pitches they throw, how many innings, and kind of see what our best matchup is on Tuesday moving forward.
Looking at Connor Merkel, your Saturday starter, what are What exactly are you looking for from him this weekend? I know you mentioned a couple weeks ago, just kind of that guy to settle down any potential chaos from Friday.
Experience is what I'm looking for him. He's done it before, and he's been out there plenty of times in his career. So I just want him to take the second day and make sure he either gives us a series win or gets us back on even in the series. So I think that's a good spot for him. I think he's competitive. He's had his little ups and downs as well, but he threw well last weekend, and he's thrown 2 really good bullpens at the end of last week and yesterday. So I'm excited. He looks like he's getting geared up a little bit.
Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it.